Hi, my name is Colleen, and today I'm going to share with you some of the things that the Lord King Yeshua HaMashiach asked me to share with you. The Lord King Yeshua HaMashiach took me on a journey, a spiritual journey, from 2015 to 2020. Okay, so today we continue with the story of us, our creation. The parents were like, okay, so since you are inside of us, you've done what we've done. All of this is what we've done because you were inside of us and we simply duplicated ourselves. And the kids were like, no, we didn't do that. You did that. And they looked around and saw all their parents had created. And they were like, wow, awesome, awestruck. And they were like looking at their parents like if they were amazing gods that had created all of this stuff. And the kids were like, oh wow, your parents were really something to have done all this. And they came together and they were like, well, they began to worship their parents like if they were gods or something. But they weren't. They were just themselves. And they just duplicate themselves, so they were actually the same person. Their parents looked at the creation they had duplicated, and they're like, okay, we're the same. But the children were like, nah, we ain't the same. And they're like, okay, the kids came together, and they're like, our parents have done an amazing job. And we need to do something different. We need to create our own stuff. Because we're just simply duplicating what they did. They duplicated us, and we just duplicate what they do. We have their same thoughts, their same understanding. We need to do something different. So that's what they did. They're like, okay, they were created from light, and they are creating light things. So let's do the opposite. Let's create things that are not light. So they began in creating things that were dark. So here we are. They created a place of darkness. And this is the created things. They were the created things that were thinking like this. The globes of consciousness, they don't have that type of thinking. And they were very curious that the duplicated children of the created beings had these thoughts. And they're like, okay, let's go along with this. Let's see where this leads. So they began creating a place of darkness. And they began creating in a place of darkness. So this is them. This is them putting themselves together. It looks like a woman. That's just one of them. And they are morphing themselves into different things and creating different things. And they continue for a while. And this is the same beings after a while. This is the same person here. She has taken a different form, a more pronounced form. And they began, this is the place that they are putting their creation, a place of darkness, a city of darkness, and they are putting their things, all their created things, bright and shiny, in a place of darkness. And they looked at it, and they were like, wow, let's keep this up. So whatever their parents created, they went and created the opposite. Parents were kind and beautiful. They began thinking of what the opposite of kind and beautiful is. And they created that. And they imitated that. And they started being unkind. And tried to create things that were not beautiful. Things that were ugly and hideous. Even scary, whatever that is. So they began creating, and they did this for quite a while. And they began to deteriorate into more darkness. And the parents, they invited their parents to come to see what they had done. And the parents were like, well, whatever you do is fine. We're busy. So they're like, okay, when you have time. And the parents were just always busy. So they said, let's go take our creations into the city of light. They said, let's go take our dark creations into the city of light and show everybody what we've done. They were quite excited. So they went ahead, and here they are. This is the dark things they created, and this is one of the beings, their parents, one of their parents, taking this form in the city of light. And this is what we call, I was explained, this is what we call the Christ. The first being expression of the Christ. The darkness is upon him, but his light does not go out. He's not overcome by the darkness completely. He looks at the darkness that the children have created and understands they created things that are dark, that are opposite of what they were doing. But he's not overcome by it. And so their parents were like Christ figures. Not all the parents were interested, because they were like, they look at the dark things and they were like, even though these things look bright in a place of darkness, when you bring these things that look bright in darkness into the city of light, they look dark because the light is so much brighter. Do you understand? The light things that they created in the darkness just look dull and dark. Okay? If you think about it, you can understand it. And here's the face here, and there's the beginning of a neck. And these were just forms. They were not like fully formed people the way we are, but they were forming. They were still creating and forming different things. And they created and formed quite a lot. And so the parents saw the children, and they saw they were being overcome by darkness and just creating a lot of dark things. And they were like, all right, that's fine. But, it's time to get them back in light. We are light creation. We live in light, not darkness. And we are beings of light. So we let them create for a little while. But then we'll go and get them and bring them back into the light. And let them know that they can create things of light. Okay, so we'll continue next time. Thank you. And God bless you.